Hello and welcome. Have my chat up now. So, move the mic a bit closer. Can you hear me okay? If you can hear me okay, just let me know. Hello Damini, hello Jasmine, and hello John. I'm wondering, well, I should actually have set up the emoji system, so just bear with me one moment. Let's see if we... There we go. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, so we can do it. We can do it. Some numbers. Okay. So, yeah, so we are using the system. It's not a members only stream, so it really is best to do it this way. So hello to Mini, Jasmine, Jan, Tom, Shahat, and Candy. Hello and welcome. So if you haven't used the emoji system before, we put this emoji before our question, and it's one question per emoji. You can have cards as well, or choose a card as well, I should say. So we have Akashic, Love, Spirit Animal, Chakra, Shadow Healing, Unicorn, and Shaman Stream, similar to what we have been using recently. Okay, so Jasmine's first question. Did the breakup happen yet, or is it still in the imminent stages? What's the latest status on that? Okay. Yeah, so it still seems imminent. It doesn't seem complete yet. It doesn't seem done yet. Jan, what are Caden's current thoughts and feelings over me and the connection and intentions? Okay. So the very positive feelings can be seen here, you know, like care and attraction and all of those positive things. Yeah, very noticeable. It's really the intentions that are, I suppose, letting us down here, because it doesn't really seem like there's plans and intentions and, you know, a plan of action, or I might do this, I might do that. It does seem like that's still kind of missing at the moment. Shahat, Aklavia's feelings for me, so sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but feelings for you, yes, okay. There are very positive feelings here. They do seem to be a little bit friendly, but they are positive. Damini, will I be successfully hired for the UOB bank job after background verification? Okay. It seems very prominent, yes. And a card, so let's go for a spirit animal. Let's do a spirit animal. Cow spirit! Cow spirit, okay. The miracles are endless. Okay, so you can expect some positive luck, some positive karma, perhaps. The miracles are endless. So a lot of positive things coming your way. Candy, where did I hide the $600 Amnia gave to me? Okay. So I'm not seeing anything for that. Is this physical cash that you were handed? Because usually there will be something, you know, like even an item that it's next to, or you know, sometimes when we lose things and maybe they're down the side of like a cabinet or something, or a drawer, you'll see like a lot of wood or a wall, you know, in the ball. So yeah, it's but it's very unfortunate to lose that. Phaser, will I be undergoing internal bodily cleanse or detox for healing and balance this year, under whichever method, Ayurveda or Panchakarma? I'm not sure on that one. I'll have to look into that, but yes, okay, so let's see. So any kind of cleanse or detox or healing or balancing, basically, okay. I guess a yes on that. And a card, yeah, a card for Phaser. Let's do, okay, we'll do unicorn. Beloved, prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. Okay, so a bit of a love message coming in there. Andrea, hello. Is there any message that Carlos the Leo wants to say to me right now about our relationship? Does he want to hear from me? Okay, so let's ask, does he want to hear from you? Okay. Okay, Andrea, I'm guessing the message of not ready. I'm guessing the message of not being ready here. But guys, if you're new to the emoji system, please use this emoji with your question, and we change the emoji as we go. So everyone does one question with this emoji, then we change it, and it's just a way to make sure that the people who I'm answering for are present. So Daniela, future boyfriend, Korea, okay. So I'm guessing working in the medical field there. Jasmine? Thank you, yes, thank you. Full name and date of birth, yes, thank you. Pooja, how Anne felt after our recent conversation. Okay. There's a bit of a feeling of closeness, and there is a bit of a merging of some kind of old emotions coming through as well. Although that's a little bit minimal, you know, it's not super strong. Thank you, Jasmine. Kai, hello. Candy. Oh, Candy says yes, it's physical. Okay, we'll check on that. We'll check back on that. Further in the stream. Yeah, so if anything doesn't come through or it's murky or anything like that, we can always go and check back on that, either further on in the stream or in another stream. We can always double check on things. So Candy says any card of your choice, please and thank you. Okay, any card of your choice. Let's do a Shaman's Dream for Candy. Whale Song, okay, very nice. So Whale Song, and it says resonating. So there's two kind of messages that we get with the Whale Song. It's resonating with some very positive people on your life path, you know, maybe aligning with some soul family members. But there's also like the calming energy. The Whale Song is the calming energy, and sometimes it's kind of a guidance to keep your calm energy and keep emanating your calm energy, and not letting kind of your more chaotic or anger type energy get out, because you're trying to draw in the soul family and you're trying to be on that path. So just think about that. Kai, I'm feeling anxious lately. Is there anything my spirit guides would like to convey to me? Okay. Okay, so they say that you are preempting very big changes on your life path, but that they will try to calm your energies as much as possible and try to help that as much as possible. You know, it is natural and everybody does feel it from, you know, time to time and period to period. But yeah, they're saying that you're kind of preempting like these big changes coming onto your life path, and that's where that's coming from. But yes, they will help as much as they can with that. Kevin, hello. I hope you're well. So, and Kai also a love card for connection with Messiah. Okay. Soulmate. Okay. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So kind of an affirmative message there. Mega, hello. What are R's current feelings and next actions towards me? Okay. Okay, so the feelings are very, very positive. You know, there's love and care and attraction and all of those positive feelings in there. And also seeing kind of intention wise, there's definitely an increase for physical meetings, you know? And a lot of the time with intentions, you might see wanting to communicate much more and wanting to deepen the connection. It seems like the intentions are much more revolve around meeting up in person. Nettie says, hi, may I have a love reading? So asking for a love reading is a little bit broad. If you want a blind, like full reading, you can go to secretfrequencies.com here and purchase a reading. They're very reasonably priced. I do crystal ball readings, tarot readings, rune readings, candle wax readings, many different types of readings you can go there and see. But Nettie, I will pull you a love card. Okay, so you have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Kai says, may I have a card of your choice? Yes, so let's do chakra. Ooh, confusion. Okay, we're getting some confusion and we're getting the crown chakra. So what this shows is confusion surrounding your guides or your ancestors or whatever, you know, your angels, whoever's trying to give you a message at the moment. You can see there's kind of like this spirit person here, but there's this cloudiness of confusion where I'm not quite getting it, I'm not quite receiving the message properly because I'm clouded, you know? So work on your crown chakra to really be able to pick up on that message, to really be able to, or the signs of synchronicities, to get them right, you know? Kevin, any guidance for my connection with A next week? Should I go with the flow, approach him and talk to him myself or something? Okay, so let's see what the ball is saying with that one. And also, I'll change the emoji because I do think that most of you have asked. So there's the next emoji. One question per emoji, guys, please. So, but yes, Kevin, sorry. Should I, yes. So, guidance for the connection with A next week. Okay. So there does seem to be a much more of a go with the flow kind of energy. There does seem to be. But there's also this kind of physical closeness coming up as well. So if there are times where you can be physically close, maybe you know, doing something in the friend group where you all go out or something like that, and you're definitely both there in person, a closeness in person. So yeah, kind of staying close, being in the vicinity. So when he feels comfortable to come and talk, he can do so. I'm glad you love the card. And I'm glad that makes sense, Kai. I'm glad. Jasmine, thank you very much for moderating. I really appreciate that. Mega card of my choice, okay. So let's do Akashic then. Let's do Akashic for Mega. Oh. Loving elementals, okay. So here we are seeing some elemental guides. So you can, maybe you would like to do some connections in your own practice, spiritual practice, meditations or something with earth, fire and water, the elements, you know. But the elementals are the guides that are closely linked to those elements. So sometimes the Fae, you know, because they were once very 3D and physical, and they kind of, as they went up and down in their vibration, because we do have some that are down, they did kind of fade into the elements. So the Fae are very elemental. Some elves are very elemental. There's a lot of different spirit guides that we can have, and so you can connect with them through those elements. So if you have a Fae guide that's connected to water, you can connect with her through meditating their water, you know? Or if you have a guide that's connected to fire, you can candle gaze, and that's how you can connect. So it's just about connecting with those elements, so whichever you feel drawn to, you know? Mohammed, hello, good evening from Indonesia. Okay, may I have a reading for Korea this year? Okay, so come to like full reading for Korea, like looking into all different avenues and opportunities and things like that. But I can check, will you be employed this year? So I can check for most prominent time that there might be an opportunity, or that there might be something that comes up this year. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing the end of November for you. I'm seeing the end of November as a prominent opportunity for you. Jasmine, I've been experiencing certain feelings. Has Phil been thinking about hugging and kissing me and just holding me? And if so, when was this most recent thought? Okay. So I'm guessing yes. And it does seem like most recent was 2 days ago. So I'm guessing 2 days ago on that. Jan, how did Caden feel during our call on the 4th? When will we call again? Hopefully me holding the crystal during the call helped. Okay, so feeling during the call and calling again. So I'm guessing a bit of, I'm a little bit apprehensive. I am seeing that. But also, so I'm seeing I'm a little bit apprehensive, but I'm also seeing the positive emotions there, you know, the positive feelings. So calling again. So I'm guessing around 4 days there, maybe four or 5 days. Damini, will I meet my future boyfriend who is a green flag from the OkCupid app? Okay. Guessing a yes on that. Candy, have I been having the best of luck in jobs lately? Any advice or messages from Spirit or Universe? Okay, so you haven't been having the best of luck in jobs. So I'm just thinking because of course advice from spirit or the universe could be a whole channeling. So I'm just trying to think where how to word that to get a more precise answer rather than fully channeling. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, a question you could ask could be something like, if you have two ideas of fields you want to go into or companies or anything like that, just something that's a bit more precise than that. Um, yeah, I don't really want to be doing like channeling throughout the stream because it's crystal ball. Um, Shahat, what my soulmate's career and age difference between us? Okay. So I'm seeing 2 years for the age difference, but I'm just seeing if I can get the career here. I'm not seeing that. It seems manual. It seems manual, maybe in some kind of trades. But I'm not getting like a pinpointed like job title, you could say. Sherry, hello. Faisa, may I connect with my angel and spirit guides? Is there anything they'd like me to say? Is there anything they'd like to say to me because I feel like shutting down spiritually? Okay, so this isn't channeling, guys, so I'm not going to be doing like full messages from spirit guides and things like that. We do have some streams like that, the channeling streams. This is crystal ball, so it's more specific questions for the crystal ball. But what I would probably say with that question, um, shutting down spiritually. So when you say shutting down spiritually, I would assume that you mean stopping doing some spiritual practices, maybe stopping divination, maybe stopping meditation, and that's okay. Um, our life, no matter what we do, there's always a spiritual element to our life. So if you feel too pressured on the spiritual path, like I'm doing this and I'm doing this and I'm doing this, just take a step back. Take a step back from it. That's fine, and they won't mind that. Sherry, when do you see me meeting my true love? Thank you. Okay. So I'm guessing within 2 months there. Kai, how is Messiah feeling towards me? The last time we saw each other, I vented about my situation with my dad and started crying. And I'm seeing him tomorrow. Okay. There's a positive energy. There's kind of a bit of a hopeful kind of energy, but there is a positive energy. It doesn't feel like I'm worried that you might do that, or like that I'm worried. It doesn't, and it also doesn't feel like concern about opening up. There does feel to be a bit of like holding space. Ability to hold space, maybe you might say. Um, it doesn't really feel like I'm worried about that. Seems pretty positive. Acacia card as well for Kai. Uranus thinks. Okay, so this is about it's about the spirit, angel guides and archangel guides, but also about past lives as well. So what it's kind of saying is, you have these gifts and these I would say gifts. So maybe you don't have memories of past lives just yet, but it does seem like you have gifts that you can take from your past lives. It does seem like you've had very valuable experiences there, where you can kind of draw from that. So sometimes when we have, for example, people who maybe were like medicine men and women in their past lives, they can draw from that, and healing modalities come easier to them, you know? So tapping into your past lives might help you to realize where different like skills and things you can do that will come easier to you, if that makes sense. Kevin, I tried doing cord cutting this week for my past connections, which include A. Do you see any changes coming in A because of this? Okay. It does seem to have, in terms of the connection between you, there does seem to be like a lighter energy there, so I can see that. There's a lighter energy there. And that can extend to A being a bit more, maybe not overthinking as much, maybe being a little bit more light-hearted, playful energy as well. That can happen. Mega, how did Art feel after meeting me the other day, and when can we meet again? Okay. Yeah, so really positive. I am kind of feeling those positive emotions again. You know, it does feel really positive. So I did see like this desire to really meet again. So let's see if there is any time that's particularly prominent for meeting again. It seems like kind of mid-October. I'm seeing mid-October. Sherry Unicorn cards. Cycles. Cycles. Everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body. Tune in to the moon's magic. And we all like the celestial bodies. We do go through those cycles and those phases. So we'll change the emoji again. Seems like a bit of a relaxed stream today. That's nice. Pooja, what could happen? What could happen next in all the family issues going on, as no settlement has been made between my family and my uncle's family? Okay. Okay. So I can see, conclusion being drawn, a settlement being coming to a settlement. Coming to a settlement. Is that the right way to say it? But I can see that, but it does look like drawn out. It does look like it's not going to be super soon. Unfortunately, it does seem that way, but it still looks positive and prominent as a possibility at least. But yeah, unfortunately not. Super soon. Daniela, hello. Will we be able to have intimacy, and in what month? Okay. Okay. So it does seem like there's a small chance of this, small possibility, but I don't really feel like I can hone in on a date, because the path seems so narrow. It doesn't seem very prominent, you know. It's not the it's not the it's not your most prominent path. It's not a super big possibility, I'm sorry to say. So Kai, a unicorn card. Growth. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. And that's always nice. Sometimes we need a mentor, you know. Goody, hello. Jan, chakra card, yes. Gratitude, gratitude, okay. So the chakra, of course, is the third eye, so we are seeing third eye chakra, but we are seeing gratitude as well. So if, asking for this for a connection, of course, the connection is maybe it's the spiritual connection, the kind of more deeper connection because it's the third eye, but at least we are seeing gratitude. That's a nice positive, whether it's you having gratitude or him, you know, would usually come from something positive happening at least. Southern Spice, thank you very much. I thought it was full name and date of birth then, but that's definitely not a year, unless you're from the very far in the future. Candy, okay, no problem. Kevin, can I have a shadow healing card and love card, please? Yes, so shadow healing. Irritation. There comes a time when standing up and being counted may not necessarily resolve the issue, but it sure feels good when you're finally heard. When you're finally heard. Ooh, next song's a bit loud. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, and love chord as well for Kevin, sorry. I got distracted by that next song coming on, it was very loud. Heart to heart conversations. Oh, very nice. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So, although the message from the ball was much more about just being in the same vicinity, being in the same space, and not necessarily you approaching and you know, there could still be a natural heart to heart coming from maybe him, you know, maybe him initiating it. Candy is favour on my side this time around with jobs. Okay. I'm just applying anywhere I can, so nothing specific. Okay. There seems to be a positive increase more towards the end of this month. So one thing I would say I know when it's a long distance, you know, because if we're applying every day, a month seems like forever, you know. If we're applying for jobs every day for a whole month, that's not great, it's not ideal. So what I would say is to not be disheartened and to keep it up, but that, you know, it's easier said than done because it can be difficult. Damini says, can I have a card too? So yes, let's do... Did we do spirit animal for Damini? That's the thing, if I forgot what I did for you last time, I might pull you another spirit animal. Let's do... I do think you had Akashic. I think only one person had Akashic, so let's do the Divine Physician, which is upside down. Oh, okay. So we have the Divine Physician, but it's upside down. So this can suggest that there's something out of balance in your health. So it can be spiritual health, it can be physical health, it can be mental health, you know. It can be different kind of aspects. But there's something a little bit off balance, basically, in your mind, body, or spirit. So it's not saying that there's a huge illness or anything like that, you know. But it's just kind of saying that there's some... If you do feel off balance in any one of those areas, spiritual, mental, or physical, to just get some healing for that, you know? You know, if it's physical, maybe eating the right food, maybe some supplements, maybe getting a checkup if you feel you need one, you know, at the doctor's. If it's mental, you know, the same kind of thing, maybe a bit of therapy, or maybe a bit of, you know, whatever it might be that you feel drawn to. And if it's spiritual, of course, a cleansing, some Reiki, something, even acupuncture, sound healing, you know, anything that you might be drawn to in the spiritual sense, for healing. Southern Spice, upcoming court date for shyster attorney trying to hijack family inheritance. Okay, so looking at positive or negative outcome. So the date of birth then, because obviously what you've written there is wrong. Is it 1977? Or is that like the 27th of September 1977 or something, you know? Is that what that is? That date of birth you've given? Just let me know and I'll go back to your question. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. Marianne, busy day. Have I cleared the negative around me with white sage? Okay, yes, let's check. Has Marianne cleared properly or fully with the sage? Yes, I get yes on that, so that's great. Yes, okay. 9, 27, 77, yes. Future inheritance, court controversy. So we're looking at, will you have a positive or negative outcome for this inheritance case? Okay, so I'm seeing eventual justice here. I'm seeing eventual justice. So this seems like another situation where it's not super soon. It's not right here, right now, but it will come. So let me just, I won't change the emoji just yet. I know that most of you guys have done your smiley, but let me just get through a couple of them before I change. Kai says spirit animal. Oh. Elephant spirit. Elephant spirit. Learn from the past. Learning from the past. The elephants, they always remember, you know, they're always remembering the past. They have a good grasp on what happened, but what the spirit's trying to give to us is what you can learn from that, you know, how you can learn from that. Positive and negative experiences, of course. Theodora, hello, hello. Thank you, Jasmine, so much. You're being very, very helpful. Kevin, when do you see A and I having our next romantic moment or encounter, and what will it be like? Okay. So I'm seeing about 6 to 8 weeks here, and I'm also seeing a shyness. There's a very shy kind of energy coming up here. Yeah. Sweet and, you know, positive, but there's definitely a kind of shyness coming through. Jan, when is the heart to heart? When will Caden no longer be in the energy of taking a step back? Okay. So coming more forward and less kind of stagnant does seem to be within 2 months. 2 months. But looking at the most prominent heart to heart here. Yeah, I'm seeing end of November at the moment with that. Jasmine, can we do an update check on the next time I'll hear from Phil? Okay. So seeing it's kind of like just under 2 weeks. I would maybe say like 12 days, maybe 10 to 12 days with that. Candy, are the negative chords attached to me? So you have one at your solar plexus and one at your root. Do you see that? So I'm sorry to say. Theodora, I'm very well. I hope you're well. Damini, does Manny regret the way he treated me and after we blocked each other? So, does Manny regret the way he treated me? Okay. Yes, I get a yes on that. Megha, will All get his visa this month or will he get it in October? So October looks more prominent, but there does seem to be an opportunity this month. It does seem like there's a smaller chance, although October does look more prominent. So I'll change the emoji now a little bit down through the smileys. Benita says, what will my future spouse like about me? Okay. There seems to be a very natural flow of conversation where, so it's a natural flow of conversation, but it's not like we agree with everything, like we agree on absolutely everything and we just totally resonate. But where there is kind of that more debate kind of, conversation, it's positive. So it's not like we're disagreeing and we're arguing. It's, oh, we're open-minded to each other's views. So it looks very, the communication seems to be very important to them, and it seems to be very, very nice, very open-minded and positive. And that's not to say that there won't be things you'll agree on. Of course there will, but I think if you can debate in an open-minded way, you will get on. Kai, when my dad and I move, I'm thinking of definitely changing the nursing station my dad uses so I can move on from Messiah. But do I seem to be correct in this decision? Okay. Okay. So I'm getting a yes there. Samaya, hello. It's been a long time. Well, it feels like it's been a long time since I saw you. Will I have long-term stability in my next job? And also a spirit animal card. Okay. So we're looking for if there's long-term stability and then a spirit animal. Okay. So do you get yes on long-term stability? So let's do a spirit animal. Coyote spirit. Oh, okay. Trust in divine detours. Okay. So sometimes we may be taken kind of, maybe, the universe kind of takes us down a different path than we intended to go down. It, kind of maybe signs and synchronicities, maybe other people's suggestions even take us a little bit away from where our main and primary focus is, which, sometimes we should be in that energy of having that kind of Taurus tunnel vision on the thing that we want. But sometimes, like when we had the coyote, we should kind of let things ebb and flow, Divine detours. Growth? Yes. Marianne, am I connecting enough with nature or do I need to do more? Okay. Okay, so the message I'm getting here is keep it up, keep it up. So it's not necessarily that you need to do any more, but it's keeping up with it and not kind of letting it dwindle. Kai, may I have a look card for love life in general? Okay, so love life in general, chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So maybe this does link with Messiah, but maybe there's some chemistry elsewhere. Maybe there's a strong attraction coming in elsewhere. Daniela? Yeah, I'm not sure of that one. Theodora, why am I so sweet sometimes and so dark other times? What can I do to get rid of this darkness? Can also have a unicorn card and another card of your choice. Well, I do feel that, it's kind of natural in human nature to have two kind of, not different sides, but I suppose they seem so different that you could say that, I think we all have a very kind of positive, kind of sweet kind of side, and then we all have that kind of, when we're frustrated or when we're, kind of tapping too much into our negative emotions, whether through fault of our own or not. So I mean, I understand what you're saying. You want to minimize that kind of darker side as much as possible. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, so I am getting a message that effort isn't inauthentic. So what that kind of means is that, you know, even if we feel like we're pushing ourselves and putting a lot of effort into being that thing that we want to be, that's not inauthentic. You know, if we do have that side to you, said that you have that side to you, you just want to amplify it more, you just want it to kind of push away or, you know, overshadow that other side. And really putting the effort in there and really although it might be difficult and it might feel like effort, you know, might feel like effort to put in that effort. Um, it's not inauthentic, so don't feel like it's inauthentic if you really have to try. Um, you know, if you were trying to be a completely different person and like completely change your like likes and dislikes and all of these things, then yeah, you know, you could say that's inauthentic. But sometimes it can just take that kind of effort to keep more taps into that side. But with time, that effort, it will seem more effortless, if that makes sense. But there's also an element of kindness as well, being kind to yourself. If you do kind of find oh, I've been that other me for a couple of days now, you know. Um, there's then that kindness to yourself. Don't be hard on yourself because of that. And a unicorn card as well there. Passion. The writing is so small. Do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. That's a nice one. And the horse is on fire. Shahat. Oh, I'll change the emoji now. Oh no. I'm not down to purple heart. Sorry. Shahat, when will E text me next time? We talked yesterday, okay? So I'm guessing about 3 to 5 days there. Kai, shadow healing. Untrustworthy. We need to recognise that not everybody can be trusted. However, the confidence we place in our own judgment is the deepest level of trust we can experience. Thank you so much, Jasmine. And Pooja, how does N feel that I'm into meditation right now? I'm figuring out my life path. How did N feel that I'm into meditation and right now I'm figuring out my life path? Sorry, I read that wrong. There's a positive and supportive energy there. Faiza, when this year will I be undergoing internal cleansing and detoxing? May also have an Akashic card, please. Okay. So it seems like the end of this month to the beginning of next month is kind of the time frame I'm guessing there for you. And Akashic card as well. The Muse, okay. So the Muse is, of course, it's all about having inspiration from somewhere. So something that inspires you to do something, and usually something creative. So this card is very sacral chakra based. So we're usually feeling inspired to do something creative. Maybe picking up a creative hobby from the past, you know, something on the back burner, or maybe starting a brand new creative hobby that we've never tried before. But there's definitely a creative energy coming here and feeling inspired to do it. You can also sometimes have travel with this card, even if it's just like a day trip away somewhere, because a lot of the time traveling to new places is another way that we get inspiration. So it could be that there's a person that inspires you, but sometimes having a little trip away can really inspire us as well. But there's very sacral energy with this card, and although in this card, so the sacral has intimate energy, so in our romantic connections, and creative energy. Although this card has much more creative energy than the intimate energy, because we are, by doing creative things, we're heightening our sacral, you could have more luck in your intimate relationships as well, with this Muse energy. Wow, Theodora, just did a 20k bike ride. Amazing. I should get a bike. I think that would be really nice. Me and my mother always say we'll go on bike rides. It never happens because I don't have a bike. Damini, a love card for my love life, of course. Trust. Okay. Trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. Goody says, can I have a unicorn card? Abundance. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited and blessings are coming to you. Very lovely. Abundance. Very nice. That was for Goody. Heba, hello. Hello and welcome. T says, can I have a card, please? So guys, so it does look like we have some new people in, so I'm not going to change the emoji yet because I'm not down to these yet. But how we work in this stream is we ask specific questions for the crystal ball, and we ask one question per emoji. So the emoji that's on the screen at the moment, the purple heart, you put that before your question. If you can't find it, just copy and paste it from someone else. Loads of people have put that in there. So you just put that emoji, you put one question. As we go through the stream, I keep changing. So when I get, when I've done a few purple hearts, I'll change the emoji. You then ask another question, your next question. So I am behind in the chat, so that patience is required. But if you are new, please leave your full name and date of birth with your question. I need to connect with your energy. When you see a psychic in person, they can connect with your energy quite easily, but online it's a bit more difficult, so please leave your full name and date of birth. And then we do have cards as well. So we have Akashic, Love, Spirit Animal, Chakra, Unicorn, Shadow Healing, and Shaman's Dream. You can also pick a card. But T said, can I have a card? So if you don't leave your full name and date of birth, you can ask for cards. You can still ask for cards, just can't ask for a crystal ball. So for T, let's do Spirit Animal. Lizard Spirit. Lizard Spirit. Dream the world into being. So you are being asked at the moment to be more in your kind of dreamer, you know, being a dreamer. Maybe daydream a little bit about the life that you want. Put some affirmations out there, do some manifestation and things like that. You're very much in that kind of energy of, maybe you're not taking a lot of physical action at the moment, maybe you're taking little tiny steps when you can, but still putting that energy out there. Envisioning is very important, envisioning the world that you want. And when we envision the world that we want as well, we can kind of get some ideas. You know, maybe we do know the world that we want, but we don't quite have any ideas about how to get there. Just keep envisioning it. Okay, so Goody says, does the switch words I'm working on, am I doing them correctly and visualizations for my desired success? I do apologise. So I do apologise, Goody, but I don't feel completely connected to your energy, and I know that you have been in before, so I do apologise. But can you just put your full name and date of birth and I will ask your question? And also, it's a different question each emoji. So yeah, it takes me a while to get to them, but I do get to all of them. So it's a different question each emoji. But Goody, I will pull a love card for you, and I will go back to your question when you give your full name and date of birth. But you can put another question with your full name and date of birth because you asked two of the same questions on. You asked the same question, on two emojis. So you can ask another question with your date of birth without an emoji, and I'll make sure I do that just to make it fair for you. But let me just pull you a love card. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Demini, is this the month I start working with UOB company? Okay. So there does seem to be a chance there. Seems to be around maybe 50%, maybe a little bit more, maybe 55. So there is a possibility there. Jan, what is Caden's current feelings towards M and intentions did they call last night? Okay. So feelings seem quite positive. They do seem quite friendly, but they do seem quite positive. It doesn't really seem to be like a recent upset or anything like that. They just seem kind of... I wouldn't say it's super strong, but it's definitely more on the positive side. Last night, let's see. I'm guessing a no. I'm guessing a no on last night. And intentions? Yeah, there's kind of, with intentions, there's a little bit of a go with the flow kind of energy there. There's definitely not like strong desires trying to turn, you know, the path in a certain direction or anything. It seems quite go with the flow. Jasmine, this 2-month hiatus Phil is taking, is it because of the breakup, and when he breaks it, is that going to be when he asks me to be his girlfriend? Okay. Okay, so is it because of the breakup? Let's do that first. So I'm guessing a yes on that. And then when the breakup is fully in place, is that going to be when he asks me to be his girlfriend? Okay. Okay, so I'm not seeing it being there's a breakup and then you're asked right away, but it does seem to be that there's a breakup and then there's more closeness with you before them being asked. Shahat, when will my father's court case be resolved? Okay. So I'm seeing early next year on that at the moment, so I'm sorry to say that. Benita says, how will I meet my future spouse? Out at an event, I'm seeing there. Thank you, Jasmine. Pooja, how things could progress in Anna and Mai's connection in the upcoming months. So I'm seeing some possibility of getting a lot closer and talking a lot more often and things like that. But it doesn't seem to be the most prominent. It seems to be slightly less a prominent past that. Most prominent seems to be quite samey, you know, kind of how it is. Let's change the emoji now. Love card for Jan. free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So, yeah, so it's much more, of course, of a personal kind of love card. So, free yourself. You know, if there's any kind of restrictions you feel you're putting on yourself or others are putting on you, maybe trying to release those. Taking back control of your life. So if you do feel like you're suppressed a little bit in some way, or some external forces that are having too much impact, too much control on your life, or external people even that are having too much control on your life and what you do with it. Really trying to take back that control. And of course, with any love card that is about self-love, the solar plexus and the heart chakra, but really amplifying that self-confidence, self-worth, self-value, really understanding your value. Roman, hello. Roman, full name and date of birth with your question, please, guys, if you're new. Full name and date of birth. So, Roman, I could try to answer your question, but I need to connect with your energy in some way. So full name and date of birth will really help. If you are still here, you can put that up, thank you. Goody says, shall I have spirit animal card for my long-term stability in my desired agency and financially? Okay, so a spirit animal, dolphin spirit, this and that are true. So, yeah. So the dolphin spirit's interesting. So we are seeing some kind of a little bit of a message of opposing ideas or opposing thoughts, things that may seem to slightly contradict can actually both coincide together and can both quite be true. And the dolphin spirit's very much about you know, you can look up dolphin spirit and there's so much about the dolphin spirit and what you can take from that and what can kind of channel to you. But there is an open-minded kind of energy with the dolphin spirit as well, and evolving and growing and learning as well, with the dolphin being quite a smart animal. So it could suggest, you know, if you are trying to look at that from a financial career perspective, it could suggest that your best course of action would be to take further training in some way. Kai is another place in Shiga, a better place to move rather than Kyoto. Okay. So I'm guessing a no on that. Amber, Acacia card. The chess game. Okay, so the chess game suggests that you are going to have some competition. So more often than not, it's competition in a work sense. So it can be if a few people in the workplace are going for a promotion, but there's only one available, they're in competition with each other. If you're going to an interview and there's, you know, 10 other people being interviewed, you're all in competition with each other. So it's that element of competition. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to compete in some chess match or tournament or sports, although it can, but it's about competition on the work path. Sometimes it's competition in the love sense, less frequently, but sometimes it is. So sometimes we can see that maybe there will be two people after the same person, you know, maybe you're interested in someone who someone else is interested in, there's a competition going on there, and maybe there's two people fighting for your heart, maybe, you know, you have to choose between these two people. So there's competition in your life in some way. But the positive thing is pulling this card upright suggests that you will come out on top. So whatever that competition is, or if it is that you have to choose between two people, you're going to make the right choice. That's what it's saying. Mega, when will I travel abroad this month? Okay. This month it looks quite low prominence. It looks quite low prominence here. Yeah. So I'm not really getting like a direct time there because it looks a little bit low energy. Marianne, am I being protected from bad ex-family? Okay. Yes, I guess a yes on that. Kevin, how will A feel if I try to be more proactive and play Uno with him? Also try to be competitive, especially towards him. Okay. Yeah, there is definitely a kind of breaking the ice. I know it's not exactly breaking the ice, but there is that kind of energy there, you know? That kind of, oh, making me feel a bit more relaxed kind of energy. So, yes. Daniela, when is he going to contact me? Okay. Yeah, within 2 months. It seems like within 2 months. It's a bit of a long time frame. Kai, Shaman's Dream. Overflow. Overflow. Overwhelm and plenty. Okay. So overflow, it's interesting because it's overflow in a negative and a positive sense. So you do have to be a little bit aware with this card. So you can have an abundance, so that very positive overflow, you know, getting more than what you need. So that's the positive side of it. But you can also be overwhelmed. So maybe you overthink or you feel overwhelmed. So do be aware of that. If that does happen, you can focus on balancing. So if you're doing any meditations, and not necessarily focusing on any chakra either, if you're doing any meditations or any spiritual work or anything like that, focusing on balance, as opposed to, you know, sometimes we focus on shutting down our aura to protect ourselves, or opening our chakra to try to, maybe like the third eye, everyone wants to open the third eye, but balancing is a bit more important at the moment. Shadow healing for Pooja. Baffled. Sometimes a little confusion allows us the opportunity to explore different ways that we might not have previously considered. Candy says, is there inheritance in my future? I'm guessing a no on that, I'm sorry to say. Oh, Roman. I'm sorry. Kevin, Shaman's Dream. Fortune's Wheel. Fortune's Wheel. Luck and right timing. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in your favour. So that's a positive omen for any kind of finances work, winnings, anything like that. Anything positive in that sense. Shamanic card for Goody. Straddling worlds. Wandering between realms. Okay, so this is a very positive message for those who are doing any dream practices, doing astral projection, things like that. But even if you're not, it may suggest that you're having more spirit interaction in the dream space. So you may be having passed over loved ones, or maybe ancestors and things like that, angel guides, spirit guides, coming into your dream space and giving messages, giving specific messages. So do kind of think about that, you know, because when we get a card like this, quite an important thing, if you are interested in that, dream journaling could be very important. Okay, Roman, thank you very much. So I'll go back to your question now. But thank you very much for that. So let's see. So attachments causing my 2D physical issues on my eyes. My two physical issues, 2D. Why did I read that as 2D? But yeah, let me just focus on your full name and date of birth here, and I'll answer that question. And you don't need to apologise. Everyone who's new does that, so don't worry. It's totally fine. So let's see. Okay. So the question is, are there attachments causing my two physical issues and my eyes? Okay. So I'm guessing yes. I'm guessing yes on that, but I'm guessing a no to eyes. But I'm guessing yes. So there's something, some issue there being caused by an attachment, but not on your eyes. So but I'm sorry to give that answer. I'm sorry about that. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, Sherry, you have a wonderful day. Jasmine, will Phil and I eventually get married at some point, or is this just a long-term relationship? Okay. Marriage does look possible. Marriage does look possible. Jan says last time we saw Caden was suppressing or uncomfortable with his feelings for me. Is this still the case, or are his feelings bubbling up to the surface? Is this why he was so apprehensive of our call? Okay. There do seem to be some feelings at the surface. There do seem to be some feelings at the surface. Yeah, there does seem to be a bit of worry. Being apprehensive does seem to come from a bit of worry. That does involve some things, you know, about his kind of feelings and if he's ready or not and things like that. But also seems to be a bit of worry of having some kind of upset, or you know, upsetting you or having some kind of upset going on. Benita, what is the reason for the 2 to 3 year gap between meeting my spouse and getting married? Okay. Yeah, so there just seems to be general getting to know each other. So it doesn't seem like there's any kind of negative reason, if that's kind of the question. Pooja, what are N's real emotions from inside when he asked me to get married to someone? He tell me to do this almost every time we communicate. Okay. There seems to be a little bit of knowledge that you're holding on a little bit, like with him and for him. There does seem to be a little bit of knowledge of that, and it does seem to be kind of like it's definitely not. Even in that case, I don't really feel like that's maybe going about that in the right way or anything like that. But it doesn't really seem like there's like ill intent with it. It does kind of seem to be almost trying to push that romantic energy away a little bit. Candy, will we move into our new home before the end of the year? Okay. seems to be a good chance of this. There does seem to be a good chance. Mega, what would R's next moves or actions be towards me? Yeah, I'm seeing like planning the next meeting. Meanie, will the background check that the UOB does for me with my ex-companies prove to help me to get a good name and be hired? Okay, so will the background check that they do with the past companies get you a good name to be hired? Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing yes on that. Shahat, what A's thoughts and feelings for me? Does he still think about me? So the feelings seem to be a little bit positive. So I always call this positive but passive because it's not negative. There is positive energy there, but it's very kind of low, or it's very kind of overlooked. Maybe it's just kind of in the past. I don't really think about it a lot. So yeah, it is positive, but it's just not very strong. Basically, it's not in the forefront of the mind. But you also asked, does he still think about me? Occasionally, yes. So do you see occasionally? Phaser, do you have any negative chords attached to me? Yeah, I can see two. So I'm seeing two. I'm sorry to say that. That's not too bad though, you know. A lot of people do have many more than that. Kevin, when will I hear about the placement that my spirit guides want me to take up and give my best in? Okay. It seems to be within this month. It does seem to be within this month. Okay. Oh, sorry, I've changed the emoji. So sorry, guys. So, we'll just go over it here. So, if you are new, we'll post the emoji. So, if you can't find the emoji, just copy and paste it from someone else. So it's emoji with your question, and it's one question per emoji. We change emoji regularly throughout the stream, and you can post a different question with each emoji. So it's just to make sure that everyone who's being answered for is in the chat still. So that's why we keep changing it, keeping it current. So if you're new, please put your full name and date of birth with your question. It really helps me if you keep putting it, you know, every for the first maybe 2 streams that you're in, so I can really feel connected to you. And we do have cards as well, so we have Akashic, Love, Spirit Animal, Chakra, Unicorn, Shadow Healing, and Shaman's Dream. So you can ask for a card as well, and I can pull you a card. So you don't have to waste your emoji on a card. But yes, specific questions for the crystal ball, please. They don't have to be able to be answered in a yes or no, just quite specific. If anyone would like a full reading, we do have at secretfrequencies.com. It's just there. We have rune readings, palm readings. No, we don't have palm readings. We have rune readings, candle wax readings, tarot readings, crystal ball readings. There's another one. Oh, channelings as well, like spirit guide channelings and things like that. They're all very reasonably priced, so you're very welcome to go there. Jan, I just feel stagnant and like I can't express fully my feelings due to my situation with Cadence, so I don't think there's much I can do on my part there for a card. For that card. Oh. Yeah. Do you mean the free yourself card though? because didn't you get the free yourself card? So it could just be about knowing when you're too much in that connection, when you're focusing too much on him, and you just need to pull yourself out and be a bit more self-focused. Because, you know, sometimes guidance can be that way. You know, I want guidance on my connection, but actually the guidance is you need to focus a bit more on yourself. Marianne, will my stomach issues resolve soon? And an Akashic card. Okay. So unfortunately I'm not seeing soon. Unfortunately I'm not, so I'm sorry about that. Let's do a Akashic. Okay. So the waterfall. So when we have the waterfall, it's all about our emotions. So water often in decks, in tarot decks and oracle decks, can very often be about emotions. So the waterfall is about, it can have two meanings. So Marianne, think about which meaning you think resonates more with you. So the first one is that you're an over emotional person, so you're quite emotionally expressive. Maybe people can get negative emotions or strong emotions out of you very easily. So if you are that kind of person, then the card is much more about like generally trying to work on yourself, generally trying to not and it's not about suppressing emotions or kind of lying, but it's just about balancing a little bit, trying to not be so reactive emotionally. But if that doesn't resonate with you, then do listen to the next meaning, because it can have two meanings, this one. If that doesn't resonate with you, it can mean that there will be a specific event. So there'll be a specific person, there'll be a person who will try to incite emotion in you. So they might try to make you angry, they might try to make you frustrated, they might try to, you know, get some negative emotion out of you. They'll try to get a rise out of you. So yeah, just think about which one resonates more with you there. So if you do recognize this person, if you recognize someone's trying to kind of get a bit of emotion out of you, yeah, just try to relax. I would say try to be in your calm, positive, usual energies, and try not to rise to their negativity, basically. Kai, what do my spirit guides want me to know about my connection with Messiah? Yeah, it is kind of like a channeling question, unfortunately. But Kai, there is channeling there's channeling every month for the members. The channeling this month's on the 21st. So I know I do apologise because I know that I'm quite far away, but I do go away. I go away for a week on Monday. And that's why the rest of the scheduled streams are a while away because of the holiday. So yeah, there will be a pendulum or two while I'm away. So within the next week there'll be a pendulum or two. But yes, channeling is on the 21st. Kevin, a chakra card. Release. So there's something from your past that you do need to release, focusing on releasing from the past. And yeah, so sometimes we don't really know what it is, you know? Sometimes it's not like it's so obvious, like it's an ex or it's, you know, a negative habit that maybe we keep almost being kind of tempted to take back up. Sometimes it's less obvious, the thing that we need to release. So just doing kind of release practices, doing cord cuttings, doing things like that, on a regular basis sometimes. So, you know, maybe you need once a week for just a month or something like that. Or maybe this card is a bit more affirmative and you're currently having your release. You know, maybe it's just kind of affirming that. So yeah. Definitely overwhelmed. I'm so sorry. Sasha M, hello and welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Daniela, will I be able to leave my parents' house? Okay. Yeah. So it's looking more like next year. It is looking more like next year, but I'm guessing a yes on that. Roman, are there attachments causing my... Oh. Two physical issues and eyes to be so impaired. So we were guessing that there are attachments that are having some impact on you physically, but not on your eyes. So we did get that. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Amber, will my mum be at a bed and breakfast for most of next week? Getting a yes on that. Miss Venus, hello. So Sasha, thank you. Okay, so Sasha will focus on your date of birth here, and we're asking how the future in your current place looks. So is it positive, or do we see you leaving soon? Okay. Okay. So I'm getting much more positive energy. I wouldn't say from this that you know, perhaps there will be leaving, changing, switching at some point, but it doesn't look soon. It doesn't look soon. It doesn't look like it's, you know, it's going to be horrible and really going to want to leave. It doesn't look like that. Just bear with me one moment, please. Sorry, I know those those members aren't completely up to date. Jan, Acacia card. Okay, so we have Views of the Ego, which is usually not a great card, but it's upside down. So, well, actually, it's more positive when it's the right way, actually. I'm sorry to say that. So Views of the Ego is about being around someone who only sees themselves, someone who's quite selfish, someone who's quite egotistical, someone who may not have your best interests at heart, someone who, you know, they might even be like a user or something like that. So it's not a great card. But unfortunately, having it upside down, it shows that you have less intuition about who this person is. So when we have it upright, we're seeing that you won't tolerate that person anymore, and you'll probably have a good intuition about who they are. Having it upright shows that they may pull the wool over your eyes a little bit. They may, you may not recognise them straight away. It might be something might go wrong before you recognise them, unfortunately. So I'm really sorry about that one. It's not the best. Miss Venus, I did a negative entity clearing and nullification of negative ET contracts and agreements last week. Was this effective with just one time, or do I need to do it again? Okay. Yeah, it does not look like you have to do that again. It does not look like, no. And Miss Venus, I will get back to you. I will do your report probably today, probably later today. Who is my spirit guide? It says Ard 2024. Okay, so if you are new, please leave your full name and date of birth with your question. So sorry, Ard 2024, but I can't really connect with your energy with that little information. Yeah, full name and date of birth, please, if you can. So we are into the green emojis now. We'll change emojis in a moment. Pooja, I always get worried about me not able to take care of financial needs of my family. I wanted to know if me and my family is protected there whilst I am working on my highest path. Okay. Yeah, I guess a yes on that. Candy says, will I get a windfall soon? I guess a no on that, I'm sorry to say. Thank you, Jasmine. Shadow healing for Marianne. Torment. Plaguing your thoughts with self-doubt only exacerbates the problem further. First make peace with yourself, and shortly thereafter you will regain your confidence. Jasmine, I just had a dream some lady I really trusted was giving a reading to someone I knew. We were in a class full of people. I wanted to ask her to be next. What was this dream about? Okay. So the theme of reading seems to be important, but it does seem to be much more about it's something that is coming up as something that's more like something you should do, if that makes sense. So it's not really about a significance about the lady giving someone a reading or you wanting to be next or anything like that. The significance seems to just be from the reading itself. So that spiritual kind of, maybe your type of reading or your theme of reading or whatever might be different, but this thing that's coming up in the conscious and the subconscious and things like that is kind of pushing the direction to your spiritual path and your spiritual work. So it's not so much about like you needing a reading on something or something like that. It's more about your path. Shaman's Oracle for Pooja. Deep quiet, meditation and stillness. So taking the time in, so when we get a card like this, it's, it's taking more of that time alone, taking more of that time independently. So our social battery might not last as long. We might recognize that we're not super social, like maybe we were, a week or so ago. And meditation, of course, keeping up your meditation practices and going within, being introspective as much as possible in this current chapter. It's kind of, when you're someone who always meditates, it's kind of, maybe it's like null to say it, but keeping that introspective kind of energy. Phaser is where the two negative chords attach in my body. So when I was looking at your, what was coming through, like the visuals, the images that were coming through, they seemed very, on the aura, so it was very difficult to see if they were completely coming through, if they were completely like attaching to a certain chakra or anything like that. They just seemed to be, on the aura, if that makes sense. So Virgo, hello and welcome. Chakra and Shaman's Dream. So expansion, we have the throat chakra. So if you do need to work on a certain chakra, the throat chakra was a good one for you at the moment. But the expansion of the throat in this card, it's usually extending our communication beyond, talking with people, messaging people, communicating online or talking in person. The expansion is about now communicating with our guides, communicating with our higher self. That's kind of where the expansion is. But sometimes we forget when we're communicating in a spiritual sense that our throat chakra is still important, not just our third eye and crown. And Shaman's Dream for Virgo. Oh, don't know what that one says. Dragon's Hoard, protecting the future. Yes, so if you think about a dragon sitting on a pile of coins, usually, or something like that. So protecting the future. So, maybe it's savings, maybe it's investments, maybe it's being smart with like properties or anything, maybe it's doing a side hustle, something like that. But it's very much recognizing, protecting the future, not being too frivolous, not being too kind of impulsive, really thinking of ways to keep kind of like some savings or something for the future. Kai, does the card warning of untrustworthiness speak to my general gullibility, or does it point to a certain person or people I should be wary of? Okay, so looking at a specific person, or we're looking at general? Okay. Okay, we're getting general there. Miss Venus, how does Jay feel about me and the potential of seeing me again this weekend? Is he angry at me, and if so, what is he angry about? Okay. So there does seem to be some positive energy. There's a little bit of kind of like maybe being apprehensive a little bit, being a bit uncertain a little bit. But there does seem to be majority positive. I'm not seeing anger there at the moment. Jan, when will Kaizen and have another upset and call? Does he want something romantic with her? His feelings are more positive right now. Last time he was annoyed. Okay. So I think we're asking when will there be another upset, or does he want or does he want something romantic? Okay. So another upset I'm seeing like up to a week. I would say up to a week here. Like there's possibility of it being before. Does he want something romantic? Okay. Seeing a no on that. Mega, when will I get married to R? Okay. 2027 looks most prominent here at the moment. Miss Venus, Acacia card. The Treasure, Two of Keys, the Treasure. So the treasure is about finding something valuable that we've lost. So it can be, you know, it can be, it's kind of broad and what it's kind of broad and what it can be. It can be, you know, if there was once a something that you used to love. So sometimes it's we had a passion for something that we kind of lost, and now we're re-finding that passion, we're rekindling that flame, if you will. So it can be like an old passion, it can be an old relationship, it can be something where, you know, at one point it was a treasure, at one point it was very, very beautiful and amazing and kind of valuable and special, and then we kind of lost it in some way. Maybe like if it was a job, it can be that it just become the mundane. We loved it at first, but it was just too repetitive, it become the mundane. Maybe we moved to a slightly different part of work, you know. Maybe work switches up a little bit for us, and we rekindle that love of whatever it was we got into. But it's finding the value in the thing that you lost. Finding a valuable thing that you lost value in, I suppose, if that makes sense. Daniela, no contact, current towards me. Current thoughts, no contact, current thoughts towards me. Okay. And what I would say mostly here, I would mostly say disinterested here, I'm sorry to say. There doesn't feel to be anything that's really negative, like anger or regret, well, maybe not regrets, wouldn't necessarily be negative, but anger or frustration or anything like that, you know. But it does seem to be just kind of, there's just not a lot of interest there for me at the moment. You're welcome, Kai, of course. Let's see. So if you are new, guys, just bear in mind I'm a little bit behind in the chat, but if you have patience, I'll get to you. And I'll be changing the emoji in a moment. Let me just see. I will do a few more before I change the emoji. Actually, I will change it. I will change it now. There you are, there's the next emoji. Benita, how will me and my future spouse meet at the event? Like, will he approach me first or vice versa? Okay. Yes, he will approach you, yes. Thank you, you're so correct. Wonderful, resonates with me being over emotional. Okay, well, I'm glad you resonate with that. Hello, Sierra. Hello, and welcome. You're welcome to listening. Thank you. Amber and Acacia card, yes. Balance. Okay, so this can be just kind of a bit of a kind of simple message of things coming into balance, you know. If anything does feel out of balance on your life path at the moment, it coming into balance. But there is a kind of deeper meaning, I suppose, in the sense of justice. So balancing karma, balancing luck, balancing, you know, whatever it is, because there's a justice sense here, a sense of justice. So if you are in legal proceedings at the moment, if you're having anything legal going on, then you're very likely to come out on top. Things are very likely to go in your favour in a legal sense. And also, it might not be justice in a legal sense, but it could be justice in the kind of way of, if someone has done you wrong, they could be getting their negative karma served to them, you know? So it can be justice in that sense as well. And Benita says card of my choice, so I will do a unicorn for Benita. Unicorn card. Possibility, okay. Raise your standards. Elevate your expectations. You have unlimited potential. And that was for Benita. Sierra, thank you very much for your full name and date of birth. Cameron's feelings towards me after telling him I like him more than a friend. Okay. So let me just focus for a moment on your information and then I will go ahead and do that question for you, Sierra. So there does seem to be some contemplation there. It seems like there was always some attraction, but it just wasn't that strong. So it seems like this. I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about what you've said because I had that attraction, but it just that it wasn't super strong. It wasn't like I couldn't kind of like resist temptation or anything like that. So there's kind of contemplating, thinking over that. Jan. Really unsure of who the cards could even be referring to. Only speak to 3 people nowadays. Kate and my best friend and another friend. Yeah, so sometimes it's about someone else that's going to come into the life path. So when we do get a card in a reading, even if it's current chapter, the current chapter can be up to 3 months. So if you're only just stepping into the next chapter, it could be into two like up to 3 months from now, so 2 and a bit-ish months. Theodora says, is my son my soul family? Okay, let's see. I'm guessing a yes on that. Roman, hello. What is the cause of my eyes being so impaired, if not attachment? Okay. Yeah, so I'm just really seeing that it's much more physical. It's much more kind of like the physical body kind of linked, as opposed to like spiritually or emotionally or anything like that. It does seem to be physical. Blue Dreams, hello. And please refer to Jasmine in the chat if you are new. And thank you guys who have done so and who have put your full name and date of birth. I appreciate that. Okay, so Roman did ask another question with the green heart, but it's interesting, so let's look. So we see something for the collective curiosity. Will there be civil upset in September or October that impacts daily life in America as is being talked about? Okay, so let's see. So I'm guessing a no on that. Although it does seem like, so it doesn't seem like there's completely no chance of that. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's completely no chance, which I'm sure you all probably understand that anyway. But I'm seeing that no is the most prominent, so it does seem like that's a lesser prominent path, so we're hoping for the best with that one. It does seem very low prominence that something like that will happen. Thank you Kevin, and thank you Jasmine. So Kevin says, if I try to be chill and normal around A and portray that I'm not too focused on him the next 2 weeks, how will he feel? Much more relaxed, yes, much more relaxed and open. Amber, is the career that I choose good for me? Okay, so Amber, you're new, so hello and welcome, but I will just focus on your full name and date of birth before I answer your question. Okay, so is the career that I choose good for me for Amber Spine? I guess a yes on that. I guess a yes. Blue Dream. Is John someone I should pursue or would I like him? Okay. So I will just focus on you again. Hello and welcome. And I will just focus on your full name and date of birth here. Yes. So do you get positive energy with that Blue Dream? So what I'm going to do here, I feel like a lot of you guys have put your prayer emojis. So it should be... Actually, I will get through a few prayer emojis and then see where we're at, because I thought we were a little bit more... I thought we'd gone over 2 hours and we haven't quite, so ignore me for now. So Candy says, is someone or something blocking my luck, or is it me? Okay. Sorry, hiccups. Is someone or something blocking my luck for Candy? Yeah, so you do have a cord at your root chakra, and that is impacting your luck, your kind of luck, maybe even financial kind of energy there. So you do have that, and yeah, so and this is linked to someone as well. So our chords can link to sometimes to situations, sometimes to what was I going to say? Sometimes to situations, sometimes to entities and things like that, you know, as well. Not always physical people, basically, is what I was getting at. But yeah, there is a little issue there. Jan, are Kaizen and M in a call right now? And if not, when will the next call? Okay. So I'm guessing a note right now. It does seem like there's a possibility tomorrow, but it seems quite low prominence, but it is there. It's, I would say, maybe 40% prominence. Jasmine, should I keep Keith as Imagine or enroll him in Horizon? Okay. Should I keep Keith as Imagine or enroll him in Horizon? Okay. I'm guessing Horizon there. Pooja, how N currently feels about A and their connection? Quite positive. I'm guessing a lot of positive energy come through that. Miss Venus, I am the treasure I'm reconnecting with. Yes! Yes, absolutely. My excitement for my personal development and my spiritual growth. Yes! Yeah, that's perfect. That's way better than anything I was saying, so ignore me. Absolutely. Phaser, do I have excessive trapped emotions in my body? Okay. I would say no to excessive. You're saying excessive here. You know, perhaps a little bit, like here and there, but not excessive. I would say no to excessive there. A unicorn card for Pooja. Prosperity, very nice one. A gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Okay, that's a nice one. Miss Venus, is it my highest good to join and participate in today's and tomorrow's meetings of the group I'm in with Jay, or is the guidance to skip these meetings for this weekend? Okay. Okay, I'm guessing skip here. Thank you so much, Jasmine. You've been so helpful. Thank you so much. Kevin, how will A feel if I try to dress to Try to dress to impress him a little more, but try not to be too obvious about it, okay? Yeah, it seems to spark a little bit of curiosity. It's not super strong energy, which makes sense if you know if you're going to be a little bit subtle and everything. But there's definitely nothing negative there. It does seem to spark a little bit of curiosity. So yeah, yes, I agree with Miss Venus that moderator queen to Jasmine. Yes. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know, you don't have to do that on every stream that you're in. Don't feel like you have to, but I do appreciate that a lot. Um, some days you might feel like being a bit more um, involved in it, and some days you might think, you know, I'm just going to chill out and just ask questions today, and that's fine. So Marianne, please may I have a Shaman stream card and a chakra card? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, guys, don't worry too much, you know, if you can't do the emoji, if you can't copy and paste it off someone, don't worry too much. Yeah, I mean, Miriam has put prayer hands in writing and then put emoji stop working, that's great, that's fine. So, Shaman Stream, which is Moon Maiden, that one won't really seem to focus, but Moon Maiden, New Beginnings. So new beginnings. So there is some area of your life where you're stepping into a new part of it. So you know, it might be a new relationship, it might be a new job, it might be a new location, just a new experience. You know, even like a holiday, that's just a new experience, and I'm going to go home. But new beginnings, something new going on there. And new beginnings can even be like a new part of your self improvement as well. And chakra, sorry, and chakra. Growth. Growth. So we're seeing growth, but we're also seeing heart chakra. So growth, this can be like emotional growth. It could be that you're growing emotionally, but it can also be growth on actually on the love path or with your self love as well. So if you're someone who is too much of an empath, that you give a bit too much and you don't allow yourself to receive enough, then you could be growing on your self love path. So just think about that. But it could be growth on your actual love path, like with a partner, as well. So there are a few different ways that growth with the heart chakra can come. But yeah, whatever may resonate on your life path the most. Blue dream. Why are my eyes looking dull and off? Is it emotional or physical? Okay. Okay, so I'm seeing physical there. I'm getting a bit of a message here with physical, and to increase antioxidants there as well, with that one. Yeah, Jasmine is doing a really great job. I'm so grateful. Um, so what I'm going to do, so now we're on 2 hours. So what I'm going to do is I will change our emoji one more time, and that should be okay. I think if we change it one more time, we should probably get through them all. So just in case anybody is new, it's so we have an emoji system to make sure people remain in chat. So you use this emoji, orange heart, one emoji per question. Yeah, sorry, one question per emoji. So put an orange heart, put your question for the crystal ball, specific question please. If you are confused, please do refer to Jasmine in the chat because she's been very, very helpful and put it all in there. If you can't find the orange emoji, just copy and paste someone else's or just use the red one. It's the last emoji anyway. Just use a red one, that's fine. But we do have the tarot cards as well, and you can choose an Akashic, a love, a spirit animal, a chakra, a unicorn, a shadow healing, or a shaman's dream. Daniela, I've been single for 7 years. Will I be able to start my own family with a man? Okay. Yes. Yeah, so I do get a yes on this, but I'm also getting much more. I'm getting much more prominence around your love path next year. Um, so I just saw on the screen I can see super chat, but it's not coming up on here in my chat, so I'll have to find it. Money. Money, thank you so much for your super chats. I really appreciate it. But you are new, so I will just need your full name and date of birth. So if you just put your full name and date of birth in the chat, I will go ahead and answer your question. You know, before everybody else's. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. I'll just wait for your full name and date of birth there. Money? Okay, I'll answer a few more questions and then just double check if Money has given that information. Candy says, oh, okay, I'll work on clearing my chakras. Yeah, so you can do that with frequencies, you can do that with meditations, you can do that with things like grounding and other kind of maybe candle gazing, maybe, you know, different types of spiritual practices and things like that. But if you do want a little bit of help and you want to cleanse or anything like that, that's another thing we do. So on secretfrequencies.com, the cleanses are very reasonably priced as well, so you can consider that if you wish. Thank you, Moni. Thank you very much. Yes, I will do that now. My chat's a little bit slow, so I do apologise about that. But I will focus on your full name and date of birth. Thank you so much for that, and welcome to the community as well. And then I'll do the questions. So let me just focus on that for a moment. So we're seeing, when do I have a boyfriend? Oh, excuse me. I just jumped out of the chat. So when will I have a boyfriend? Okay. So checking the timeline here. So I'm seeing May of 2025 there. I'm seeing May of 2025. So yeah, it's not super soon, so I do apologise for that answer. I don't like giving the unwanted answers. But yes, May of 2025 is coming up there for you. Oh, Roman as well, yes. So you could also consider a cleanse if you wanted to book with me. You're very welcome to. But there is many you know, practices and techniques and things that you can find online as well. Yeah. Benita, when will my future spouse first visit my house and parents? Okay. So that one, that's too murky. I did not get a clear look at that, I'm sorry to say. It does happen from time to time. Mega, how does R see me physically and emotionally? Okay. So we are seeing, the attraction physically. So it's very positive, that positive physical attraction, and emotionally. So the very strong like care and love is coming up, but there's also kind of a calmness with that as well, a calmness. Amber, a chakra card and a shaman's dream card regarding how I should improve myself and my career. You're very welcome. Of course, you're welcome. Okay, so let's do chakra and shaman's dream for Amber. So chakra. Okay, so we have soulmate. So that's interesting because, of course, you're asking about career, but we're seeing soulmate. But it is a root chakra card. So although we're seeing soulmate, the root chakra is about our finances, our home, and our kind of shelter, security, and money. Being like secure and safe and having enough to live, whether it's like enough shelter, enough food, enough. It's all about like our work path and our money path. So the root chakra is important for your question, for your career, for your finances. But we're all seeing soulmates. So maybe maybe we're meeting a soulmate on the career path. Maybe the soulmate's helping to support us on the career path or something like that. There's something important to do with the soulmate on and the career path, kind of maybe your higher vibrational path contains both of them, the better career and the soulmate. So there could be some support going on there as well. And you also wanted shaman's dream. So Skybridge, possibility for union. Okay. So that's interesting that we're seeing union again. And Skybridge as well, because we're seeing this we're seeing this path, if you can see, it's almost like these little stepping stones to the sun. Stepping stones to that bright, higher, positive, vibrant energy. So in its kind of symbolism, it's also showing improvements. Like, so you're saying improvements, so and we're seeing stepping stones. So it could be that there's like little small improvements like here and there, like little stepping stones. Like maybe you get one kind of job and that's like your entry kind of level, and then you get a promotion. It's kind of that stepping stone kind of energy, as opposed to I'm just flat out getting like my dream job right away, my dream career right away. A possibility for union. So both cards were telling us a little bit about the soulmate energy, which is very interesting. Money, another question. It's not showing me in this chat, but I just saw it there. So, oh, and I'm glad you like the music, Money. Thank you so much. So, have I already met this guy that I'll be with? Okay. No, I'm guessing a no on that. I'm guessing a no on that, Money. So I'm just going to put finishing up because um, we are really getting kind of over time now. So I don't even think I'll get to this finishing up note, to be honest. Oh, I just clicked off the chart. Let me see. Where am I up to here? Oh, actually, we're not that. I don't think we're that far. I think we should probably be okay. Akashik, For Roman? The architect? Okay. So the architect is all about building a home with a significant other usually. So it's there's this kind of element of making the home more. So it doesn't necessarily like maybe you have your own home already, maybe you're on the path to having your own home already or something like that. But there's this element of either this person's going to come in, so they're going to move in, or you're going to move in with them. There's going to be some change because of this person, or maybe you already have this person, and the change is going to be more about the home. So you're both together going to change the home in some way. There might be, things added to the home. There might be renovations. There might be, additions. There might be redecorating. It's really positive, vibrant improvement of the home. It's always positive with this card. So, even if that's, a maybe family member from a long distance or something coming over to stay for a little while. So there's some changes being made, but it's very positive. Or bringing a new life into the world sometimes, and so it's positive, there's something positive in some way going on with the home and with the significant other. So it's usually those two combined, the home and the significant other. So that was for Roman. Money. What does Austin McGrath think of me? Okay. Well, thank you for the information as well. Thank you very much. Okay, so there's attraction, but there's also an uncertainty. There's a bit of an uncertainty going on as well there. A kind of a questioning my feelings, it feels like, although there is attraction there. Oh, I scrolled too far up now. Livia, hello! Livia, hello, welcome back. What will happen towards David? Will he pay me? Okay. Will he pay me? I'm getting a no on that at the moment, unfortunately. I'm very sorry to give that answer. Sanjay? Okay, so Sanjay, thank you very much for your full name and date of birth. So no plans are working out. Okay, so it's not a question, but because I don't have too much time to be asking people to kind of clarify things and things like that, I will pull you a card. And I'm really sorry to read that, Sanjay, that things are not working out at the moment. So let's do a unicorn card, because they're very kind of upbeat and supportive, I should say, supportive. Rebirth. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. Okay. So no plans are working out. So where you're saying that and this is telling you a rebirth, it's telling you to reinvent yourself. So it could be that, maybe the dreams that you're chasing at the moment or the things that you're kind of working towards aren't the right ones for you. Maybe there is something that also speaks to you that you're just not quite focusing on yet. Maybe something that's on the back burner that you've tried once in the past that didn't work out. Maybe you could go back to that. But yeah, reinventing yourself, seeing what else you might be interested in, what different direction you might be interested in, because there's definitely a new reality coming in, a new path coming in for you. Candy, does Marlon think about marriage with me? Okay, let's see. Does Marlon think about marriage with Candy? Yes. So it doesn't seem very frequent, but I am getting yes. Jan, is it looking like Caden will be the one to ask me to call for our next call, or will I have to ask him? And when we start calling frequently again, okay. So will you have to ask him? Okay. It looks like he will ask. It looks like he will. I'm frequently looking for when it may be frequent. There seems to be a high prominent opportunity for this at the end of this month. Miss Venus, timeline check for my Foreseen Soul. Thank you, Moni. I will just do Miss Venus and then I will go straight to you, as I was just in the middle of that one. But thank you very, very much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. And welcome as well. It's really, really nice to have you here in the community, of course. So timeline check for Foreseen Soul partner for Miss Venus. Is there something I need to do or release so I could expand the potential of meeting my soul partner by the end of the year? Okay. So let's see timeline check. November looks most prominent at the moment to me, and I know I've seen at least between October and December, I believe I've seen November looks most prominent at the moment. So I'm guessing a bit more pinpointed within that time frame that November looks a bit more prominent. But let's see, is there anything specific to do or release to expand that potential? Okay. So I'm seeing re-amplifying your solar plexus chakra a little bit. So it does seem like your solar plexus has lowered in energy slightly. So just, you know, sometimes when we're told to focus on a chakra, it isn't always about it's bad, it's got dense energy, it's imbalanced. Sometimes it's just, oh, it's a little bit slow, or oh, it's just, you know, not as vibrant right now. Or even just, if you focus on that one a little bit more, it will help a bit more. But I'm seeing solar plexus there. So Moni, sorry, does Austin have romantic feelings for me? Will he be the one I'm with? What does Kevin Fraser think of me? And are there rumours about me at work? Okay, so does Austin have romantic feelings for me? So it doesn't seem to be kind of, I would say, maybe evolved enough to say romantic feelings, you know, because there's attraction. So yeah, you could say romantic feelings, but it's quite, there's a bit of attraction, so it's almost like that could grow. There's that base level that can be expanded on, you know. So it's not like there's only friendship. It's not like, you know, it's just this very platonic energy. There's definitely something there, but it's just a bit low money with Austin at the moment. But attraction, that's something to work with. That is something that could progress. Excuse me, but. Will he be the one I'm with? I think that's going to be no, because it was a new person, but let's check. Yeah, so currently that most prominent person next year is not Austin. But with saying that, with that attraction that Austin has, if that was to grow, if that was to kind of be nourished a little bit and grow, who's to say? You know, that could progress. Things could change that. And what does Kevin Fraser think of me? Okay, so Kevin Fraser. Okay, so there doesn't seem to be anything there in a romantic sense. There doesn't seem to be anything with Kevin in a romantic sense. And then the next one is, are there rumours about me at work? Okay. So I'm guessing a no on that. I'm guessing a no on that. So that's very good. I would really hope not, and I would really be unhappy with that, you know. But you know what people are like. It does happen. Okay, Jasmine. What is my mediumship guide's name, and what do I need to do to connect? Okay. So I'm not getting any specific name coming through here, but I'm also not getting one specific guide. I'm feeling a few guides here. I would say at least two guides here coming through. What do I need to do to connect? Okay. So I'm seeing scrying and dream practices as quite prominent practices for connecting with them. It really feels like more wants to come through with this question. Okay, I will leave it there at the moment. Jasmine, if you have any, say anything, any clarification for that, but I suppose it's not. If you can think of anything else along those lines, maybe rather than saying clarification, just post that, and I'll try to remember to check yours just at the end there. Because yeah, that was interesting. I felt like more wanted to come through there. Akashic for Blue Dream. Blue Dream. Commitment. Okay. So commitment. So this does tend to be about a relationship, okay? So if you are single, you'll meet someone. If you've met someone, you will get into a relationship. If you're in a relationship, you will get engaged. And if you're engaged, you'll get married. And if you're married, you will just deepen that connection even more. Maybe, you know, maybe going on a trip and learning more about each other, you know? But commitment can also be about a kind of big contract, you know, like getting a house or signing a new job or something that's really big on your path. So if you've really been chasing a certain dream or really trying to buy a home for like the last 2 years or something, it could relate to that. It's much more usually on the romantic partnership side, as you can tell from the picture, but I just have to say that because occasionally it is about other things. Awakened Soul, I'm so sorry. It's questions in this stream. Questions for the crystal ball. I will pull you. Let's see. For Awakened Soul, let's do a unicorn card. Just so you have something because I am jumping off. So trust. Leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. And that was for Awakened Soul. Kevin, what are A's thoughts and feelings about me and our connection? Does he think about wanting a relationship with me? Okay. So the thoughts and feelings do seem to be much more about questioning his own emotions, questioning his own kind of his own emotions, his own kind of desires. It doesn't seem to be so much about thinking about being in a relationship, but thinking more about, you know, exploring these emotions. Like, should I explore these? It's much more like that kind of questioning, like, should I and shouldn't I explore these emotions, as opposed to I've thought about everything with you. I thought about all of these conversations, and I thought about connection. There does seem to be more of a questioning my own, you know, preferences, my own desires, and things like that. That's what it seems much more to be like about. Mega, what is the outcome of my connection with all? Okay, so we're seeing if marriage or breakup is more prominent, I suppose. Oh, Moni, so sorry, the super chats are not popping up for me in this chat. When will I meet the new guy for the first time at work? Okay, so when will you meet the new guy for the first time? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. When will you meet him for the new time? When will you meet the new guy for the first time? Okay. So I'm seeing 2 weeks with that. I'm seeing 2 weeks with that for you, Moni. And Jasmine, I just saw that scrying as in mirrors. So mirrors or water. So mirrors or water. Yeah, so I was up to Megha's question there. So the outcome of the connection with R. So let's see. Yeah, I'm seeing marriage as being much more prominent there, so that's good. Marianne, Marianne, emoji being naughty. Do I have a community of love from the spirit world? Okay, so Marianne says, do I have a community of love from the spirit world? Yeah, so Marianne, with you, I see what I do see with quite a lot of people in this community, you know, is having quite a varied spirit team. So you do have, it's not just like there's an angel there or there's this guy there. You do have quite a varied, you know, a few different kind of spirit team members there. Love card from Mega. Separation. That seems like the total opposite to what I've just said. I don't really think that's your card. Time apart from your partner is on the. In fact, it says time apart from your partner. Maybe we're not seeing separation. Maybe it's just about being at long distance at times. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. I don't feel separation, but perhaps some distance in long distance, you know, sense. Sanjay, I'm really sorry to read that, Sanjay. I'm so sorry to read that. Benita, what state in the US does my future spouse currently live in? I wonder if he lives in the same state as me. Okay. Okay, so I was having some difficulty getting state through, so I asked if it was the same state as you, and I got a no on that. Daniela says, will there be another chance to see each other? Okay. I guess a yes on that. Arpita says, am I going to find a new career? I guess a yes on that. And nice to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. It's very nice to see you here. Theodora says, do you have a chance of a windfall? Okay. Yes. Yeah, so I'm seeing like maybe 40 to 50% chance here, but a windfall is not something that's any percent on everybody's path. So that's, you know, it's not bad. Could maybe focus on amplifying that, manifesting that. Miss Venus, for clarification, is the reason why I'm being is there a reason why I'm being guided to skip this weekend's sessions? My pendulum is also telling me to skip. Okay. Well, I'm glad that I'm in line with your pendulum. So, okay. So, is there a reason why? Yeah, so I'm guessing the process of healing come through, the process of healing coming through for that. So yeah. Excuse me. Damini, does the crystal ball show if I'll be hired for United's bank job past the 2 interviews? Okay. I'm guessing a yes on that. Livia, you're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Money. Oh, so sorry, it's not popping up for me. The super chat's not popping up for me. In 2 weeks, I'm meeting him at Starbucks or work. Okay, at Starbucks or work. Okay. Yes, work. I'm guessing work come through there. Oh, that's an interesting question. So I'm scrolling down now, guys. If anyone is new and they've put that full name and date of birth, oh no, I'm right at the bottom. It's okay. So I'm jumping off in a moment. I'm going to answer Jasmine, Anna Kruti. So BMAP, I'm really sorry. Your questions are too broad. It's specific questions for the crystal ball. So you could say like, will this happen in this week or will this happen? But yeah, you know. Asking about something significant in the week, it could bring up, it probably wouldn't be a full reading, but it could be, you know, maybe 20 minutes or something like that. But you're very welcome, guys. I'm just going to answer these last few. So, and V, I'm really sorry. So V, I don't have your full name and date of birth, so I actually can't do your one. I really, so just for future reference, guys, if you newcomers are going to stay, full name and date of birth if you're new with your question, just read the banner, and this thing here, 1 question per emoji. But you're very welcome, guys. So Jasmine says, I started joining some mediumship groups on Facebook. Is that where the dream with the lady came from? So I'm guessing a yes on that. Anna Kriti, I'm very well. I hope you are well. So profession of future spouse, okay. So I'm guessing teacher there. I'm guessing teacher come up there. Patty, will I get a newer car soon? Patty, I'll do yours. You've given me your full name and date of birth, so I appreciate that. Will I get a newer car soon? Okay. So I'm seeing the beginning of next year for that, Patty. Sharon, hello. Theodore, you're very welcome. So Jasmine says you've been working with my pendulum. What is the percentage accuracy? And how can I increase my accuracy? Let me see what time I'm on here. Right. You're very welcome. Yeah, you're very welcome. Jasmine, message me that on Discord. Message me that last question there on Discord. I am going to jump off now. Love, light and blessings to each of you. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope to see you guys soon. So do check the homepage for the upcoming streams, and remember that so from the 9th I'll be away, but there will be at least one pendulum. I'm probably going to aim for 2. So if you do want to join me at some point, there'll be a pendulum. And I do really still want to organise a group chat this month, and maybe a mediumship if enough of you are interested. But a group chat, I think even just like 3 or 4 of us would be really nice. So if you can come to that, that would be amazing. And I think there was something else, but I'm not sure. Well, look out on the community tab, just in case. There might be a poll or something going on there at some point. Oh, in the next few days, before I go, if I can jump on to do a members crystal ball, because I did say I was going to try and do another members crystal ball. I will, if I can do that in the next few days, I will jump on to just do maybe an hour or 2 of members, which the members ones I do like to do for at least 3 hours, but if I only have time for like an hour or 2, we'll do it. We'll just, you know, do what we can within that time. So yeah, it won't be next week, Jan, because that's when I'm away. So it will be, if it happens, it'll be probably tomorrow. If it happens, it'll be tomorrow. Yeah, I was just, do you know what? I don't know how I could forget, but I'm going away. It's on Monday. I keep forgetting it's on Monday. So yeah, if I can jump on, it will be tomorrow. So it's probably more likely going to be in the evening, because of course I'll get on with as much work as I can tomorrow, like readings I can tomorrow. So yeah, I will do my best to jump on for a members one tomorrow, even if it's just an hour. And I really hope that you guys can make it. If you're someone who is really wanting to be on it, please let me know like which time is preferred for you, although it's probably going to be a little bit later than this one. So V, I can see there, did I miss my chance? Yeah, I'm so sorry. You need to leave your full name and date of birth, but in just over a week, maybe 2 weeks, there will be another crystal ball, so I do hope to see you there. And yeah, so love, light and blessings to each of you. I really do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.